From the heart of Houston, it's fun, it's engaging, it's Chattin' with Chelsea. She's Daytime's new bestie. Here's your host, Chelsea Edwards. Come back to me.
Hey, besties. Thank you for joining me for another Chattin' with Chelsea. I am your daytime bestie, Chelsea Edwards. Okay, it is time to put yourself out there. I'm not talking about finally putting up that dating profile, even though that could be another show. We'll talk about that another time. Today, we are talking about networking and how it could change your 2025. Now, the new year presents some new opportunities. Even if you're a little shy, we're going to give you some tips to get out there, meet some new folks, and it could be a huge game changer for you. Now, I will say, I love meeting new people, hearing their stories and all of that, but I am not a fan of networking events. It can be a little awkward. You know, sometimes you don't know what to say. People are walking around with those give me a job eyes, but I can't say I have met some incredible women we've even had on this show, and women who have great jokes like this.
My favorite thing about people who work in pharmaceutical sales is when you ask them what they do, they're never going to say, oh, I work in pharmaceutical sales. They're always going to say, I sell drugs, or I'm a drug dealer, with a sly little grin on their face.
See? I love stuff like that. And I love meeting people in different fields. That's why networking can help you no matter what you're into. Now, I will say I also like the food at networking events. Like, if I'm a little nervous, I will go straight to the buffet. And sometimes it's just to avoid people like Taylor here.
Hey, how are ya? Good, good to see ya. How's everything going over there? They still working to the bone? Well, hey, you better be playing hard as you're working. Well, hey, it was good seeing you. Bill, hey! So good to see you. So good to see you. Hey, how'd Q1 finish up for you? Hopefully better than that golf swing of yours. You been playing much? Well, good. Hey, shoot me an email. Let's get around in, huh? Hey, anything to get me out of work for a day, right? Bob, hey! We are due for a beer here soon, aren't we, Bob? Hey, I've been dreaming about that barbecue place you took me to. Say, where's Johnson? So good to see you. So good. Hey, put her there. Put her there. Good to see you again. Say, they got any Baileys for the coffee? Don't tell anybody. Hey, I didn't bring any business cards, but hey, shoot me a LinkedIn message, okay? All right.
It's that laugh, right?
Yes.
It's just gosh, let me avoid you. All right, yes. We got Tiara La Rae Johnson, CEO of TLJ Agency.
Yes.
All right, so you actually help women connect, also figure out their personal brands.
Yes.
Do you get a lot of this at networking events?
I'm past that stage.
Okay.
I'm glad that the rooms that I am in now, we are really knowing what we want. So,
Okay.
but that is annoying.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so talk about building a personal brand, because it's something a lot of women may not think they even need if they're in a 9-to-5.
Right. I think that personal brands are so important because a lot of people know who they are, but they can't say who they are. And it's easier to, hide behind something. But when you can really confidently say, this is who I am, this is what I do, this is my purpose, it just allows you to just open up your world.
Yeah.
So having a personal brand, having a brand identity, knowing your connection to yourself is like a game changer for anybody in a 9-to-5 or entrepreneur.
So what if they feel content at their current job? They may say, why do I even need to network?
Yeah, but anybody that wants to go to the next level, I think contentment can put us in a box. Like, who doesn't want to make more money? Who doesn't want to meet more people? Like, if I don't know, I never really met a person that's like, oh, I just don't want to go to the next level. That would be kind of scary to me.
Okay.
So hopefully we don't run into those type of people.
Yeah. I mean, who wants to make more money, right?
Right. Who wants to be better in life?
Right. Okay. All right. That's a good point there.
Yeah.
You never know where it can take you.
Exactly.
All right. So what is your advice for women who are really starting out building that personal brand? What is the first step? Because you're going to need that when you go out and meet people, have that personal brand together.
I think will be your messaging. I didn't realize how hard it is for people to talk about themselves, right?
Yeah.
So like giving the elevator pitch is something that has been easy to me because since I was 13, I've been in entrepreneur groups and around entrepreneurs.
You were a CEO at 13.
Yes, so they, my parents used to be like, you need to talk, speak up, put your, so I'm just used to that. I think that being able to say who you are confidently is like, you just have to know your messaging. So step one is to be like, who am I and how do I express that? Like, what's really my message?
So that's the elevator pitch. What should that include? Who
you are, what you do, some things that you like. Sometimes people lead with introducing themselves with something funny or a compliment. I think it really just depends on what's your personality. So like for me, I was like, oh, you look nice today. I think that gives people a smile. It sparks a conversation. So it just depends on who you are. Like, so you got to kind of figure out like, what's my speed? Like, how do I want to introduce myself?
Okay. Yes. What's your elevator pitch? You're gonna give it to us.
Okay. So in what setting though? Because you could have professional, dating, like
Good
what
point.
setting?
I want to hear the dating one later, but let's do. You're at a networking event and you're meeting people from all sorts of different industries.
Okay, so I would just say hi. I'm Tiara La Rae Johnson. I'm the CEO of TLJ Agency, and we work with innovative brands to help them take themselves to the next level through partnerships, collaborations, product development, and content creation.
Wow. Okay. That is yes. Just like I got it.
Yeah.
It tells me what you do exactly and how you could help me.
Right.
I think that's what people are
conversation
for.
Sparkers. Like that's what I say. Like, how can I spark the conversation? Especially when I'm intentional. Like now, I'm an intentional networker. If I'm somewhere, I have to meet somebody. I'm going to meet that person. And like, so a lot of times people go out to these events and they don't have a plan. Like, it's okay to plan and be intentional. Like, I'm going here because I want to meet this person. I'm going here because I'm looking for somebody to collaborate with in this space. So I think what helps people become more confident is if you go into this event with the intention for how you want to go to the next level.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
So if you do want to, make more money, then you can kind of align who you want to
so maybe
meet.
I need to meet somebody in the banking space or somebody who can help me with budgeting and financing. So if I'm going to this event for financial literacy, then those are the people that I would look to connect with.
Oh, yes. I love that.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, such good ideas. So having that goal in mind, that helps a lot. Do we need to go to specific networking events or just anything that pops up on the Google Calendar?
I think if you're first starting, I would go everywhere.
Okay.
And a lot of people, I think what makes me more confident when I first started going to events is going by myself. I feel like sometimes when we go with a group of people, it allows us to stay with that group, and it kind of puts pressure to be like, oh, let me stay with my friends. But when you go by yourself, you have no choice but to meet somebody.
Yes.
So that's always been like how I go to networking events. Like, let me just pull up and do it. Because if I go with my friend, I'm so much more likely to sit and talk to her. So I think going to networking events, my rule is like, I'm going to just go by myself.
You're okay.
Because I want to meet people. Like, that's how I grew my business astronomically. It's basically networking.
Wow.
Because it's like once you meet that one person, then you meet another person, and it just takes everything to the next level.
Okay. All right. I love that. So part of your business, you also have these networking cards that we're going to get into, play a little game. But first, we got a couple more ladies joining us for this networking in the new year conversation. You guys keep it right here. We'll be back after this.
Come back to me. Come back to me.
We are back with our networking in the new year episode. Joining us now, we also have Silvia and Jasmeen, co-founders of Her Impact Summit. Now, you all created this to help women network. Talk a little bit more about the whole idea, how it came about.
Well, Her Impact Summit was something that me and Silvia ended up discussing over the phone at the very first time. So we were supposed to host something very intimate, something for just our customers, just to have fun. Yeah.
Because you two have your own businesses.
Yeah, exactly. So, but the more we talked about it, the more like we were discussing it, we were just realizing we have so many connections, we have so many relationships, that we built over the years. So the power of networking, here you go, because we utilized it, and then we didn't even realize how at some point this even actually become a whole summit.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it started out off small. We just wanted to do something, like you said, something intimate and like intentional. And then as it just kept growing, because we were like, oh my God, this person would be amazing. Oh, this person knows so much. We want her in here. What if we add a fashion show? Oh, what if we add one more? What if we add kids? And then it just kept adding and adding.
Yeah. And it's funny what networking does, because even though y'all are in two different industries, talk about that. You found overlap.
Yes.
Yeah. So talk about your industries.
So I am in jewelry, and I've met actually Silvia at one of the markets I've been doing, which is really, really interesting because I've met Silvia at the very beginning of my journey. It was one of, like, I think the second or the third market I've ever done. And I've met Silvia, and then we just keep crossing each other, right? Like at different events, at different markets, and followed each other on Instagram, and
Okay, so here's the thing: when we do start going to these events, as I mentioned, it can be awkward. Like you don't know what to say. You have your elevator pitch, but is there a way that you girls like to approach people as well, or to kind of make it smooth and not so weird?
I think it's easier for people to approach me because I do content creation and marketing. So I have my phone out and people are like, what is she doing? And they're already curious, so
that's a good opening line. Like, hey, what you up to? What about you?
Me, honestly, I just start talking about random things.
Okay.
Because I need to understand who am I talking to, and what kind of person is this in front of me. Is there something in common that is going to work for both of us? And in general, like if we can become friends, if I can vibe with you, like be a friend, if I see like a long-term relationship with you, and I continue my networking with you because I feel like same-minded people, they work better.
Oh, so it's not just networking for business, but you're finding friendships, which
it's
can
like
be hard nowadays.
You know? You have to have things in common. It has to be the same business goals, and you just have to have the same vision and a picture. Only that way, if you work together, it's going to be like a powerhouse. Otherwise, it would just be, you know, I like this, I don't like this, and it just...
Okay. Yeah. All right. So keep an eye on those events. You never know what could happen. How key is it for people who are starting businesses like yours as well? When you were starting out, how key is it to just go out there?
You got to, because it's a lot of things that you don't know. And a lot of people, I've never been a gatekeeper, so if I learn something, I'm going to tell everybody, like, y'all, check this out. But I feel like if you need something, like a lot of people don't know, like, I can get an LLC, or how do I get a coach, or how do I do things? But I can go to an event, and they're like, oh, well, talk to her.
Oh,
so it's like actually giving you resources. So it's like the easiest form of getting ahead, seriously, because somebody would be like, well, what do you need? Oh, I know somebody. And it just opens up so many doors for you without you. Of course, you can go on Google, but it's something about that personal interaction, like when people will never forget you, they're going to always have you in your mind. So I think that sometimes social media makes us hide behind our phones, but that social interaction, like, just is the foundation for everything.
So what I'm hearing is you do not have to have it all together. So even if you just have a business idea, you don't even have your LLC yet.
Just an idea, like somebody can be like, oh, well, talk to this person, well, that's how it works for me, you know, but I think that's for everybody though too. Like, oh, I see she does jewelry. Oh, well, I have a wedding coming up. Like, it just happens like that.
Okay, beautiful. All right, I know some women may worry about what to wear. Like, I have nothing in my closet. Y'all have any recommendations for that?
I just say go with your gut. Like, I just wake up in the morning and be like, okay, this is what I'm feeling today. I think if you go with your mood, because sometimes we put too much pressure on ourselves to look a certain type of way, but it's crazy because you'll always find somebody in that room that's feeling how you feeling. Like, girl, I just threw this on today because I just wanted to get through the day. So I think, like, you just gotta just enjoy your mood. Just check your mood.
Yeah, and that could be another gateway to conversation. Like, oh, I like your outfit, and then, girl, this was all I had. Okay.
I know.
All right. When it comes, here's another challenge. When it comes to remembering people's names, do you all have a trick for that? I am so terrible when I'm meeting so many people at the same time. Or is it just a struggle for everybody?
It's a struggle. Add them on Instagram.
Okay.
Right away.
So do you ask for people's Instagrams or their social media right off so you can put that name with the face?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Kind of how you continue the relationship. You continuously see them on social media so you remember, because you can meet someone and then you 3 days later, 4 days later, you're somewhere else and you forgot, but then they pop up on your feed a week later and you're like, oh my god, oh yeah, let me continue the conversation with this person.
Yes,
exactly.
Yeah.
And my thing is, like, mine is very controversial. A lot of people have said that to me. I don't believe in business cards. I believe in QR codes.
Okay.
Because with QR code, with business card, you would take it and put it in your bag and just sometimes forget it, sometimes lost it. But with QR code, you have to scan it on the spot. You have to follow on the spot. And it's just directly already a connection that comes to you, you know.
Okay.
I used to do business cards, but it never worked for me.
You don't deal with that. Okay, so how do people get the QR codes? We're talking about the little codes that we see everywhere. How do people get those to use as business cards?
Well, what I usually do, Instagram has a really good feature. Share your Instagram profile, and then it already generates the QR code. Where I would just take a screenshot of my QR code and put it on my favorites on my phone, and whoever asks, go in there and scan.
Oh, okay. That is a good point. If you already have Instagram, there's a spot right there where you can share easily. Any other recommendations?
QR generators. You can Canva or like Google and put in a QR generator, and you can create one to make a link. Digital business card apps. It's so many free ones that you can use too. Like, I'm kind of old school, so I do got a business card or a flyer. I like to do both. I think it's the room you go into too. So like, sometimes if you were to go to a chamber of commerce meeting or like meetings of people that's a little bit more firm in their business, they might require a business card. But amongst like millennials or younger people, like, oh, what's your Instagram? So I think you kind of got to know what room you're going into.
Yes,
I agree actually with that. I completely agree.
And the
with that.
digital also, I mean, I guess both ways, but really with the digital, maybe you can get more information as well. Like if you have that code and, you know, help
But
people
sometimes people don't want you so close to them. So like the tap in, you know, like they might be like, okay, so that's why a business card, you can, you know, hand it off for. So it's just, I think it's just, you just read the room.
Okay, so maybe have both. Like, this guy is just getting my card, but this lady, she's getting my QR
I really need to meet her. So what's your number? What this is?
Do you often ask people to go ahead and make sure you have their numbers? Is that weird to ask people, hey, can I get your number?
I think that's normal. Like today, I'm you know, walking in and like, oh, I met them. What do y'all do? Let's connect. Like on the spot. I'm like an on the spot person because I feel like once you leave that room, if you haven't followed up, you already behind. Because people meet people all the time. So what's going to make me stand out? I'm like, oh, let me get your number now. Let's put a date on the calendar now because I want to be able to, you know, cultivate the relationship. So like, I feel like the important thing of networking is making sure you follow up like ASAP.
Yes. I will say you did that with me. And I was like, in front of the mind. It works. It works.
It absolutely works. It works at all times.
Yes. Okay. All right. Well, I want to get into this game. So we're going to take a quick commercial break and then we'll be right back. All right, game time. We've got Collab and Connect, Tiara's power networking cards for the modern businesswoman. I love that you made this. So this is going to help us with like our elevator pitch and everything?
Breaking the ice. So, yes,
okay.
As soon as you walk into the room, you can get one of these cards and just be like, hey, you know, let me ask you a question.
Ooh.
You don't want to look awkward. You can keep the cards in your bag and just, you know, reference them.
I like that. And they would not forget you for having a game in your bag. Okay, all right. All right, Jasmeen, I'm going to have you pull a card.
Let's do right here.
Okay. Let's see. What's it say, girl?
Oh, how do you stay inspired and creative in your work? Oh my gosh, I love this question.
Yes.
I love this question because this is something as a jewelry designer I struggle with. I always have to keep up with the trends, but also I have to stay true to myself. A lot of people say that I have like specific signature when it comes to my jewelry. So one of the main, I would say, factors for me to stay creative is that stay connected to my people. And then I feel like whenever I share my story with people, they communicate back to me, and just based on their needs, I just listen. I listen a lot. So that inspires me a lot, but also I always try to prioritize my heritage as well. I work a lot with natural stones, with pearls, with seashells. Yes, and whenever I see something is getting sold out, nothing, you know, nothing inspires me more than that, and then you just keep going.
I love that. And so if I were meeting her at an event and she told me that whole story, I really would be, I gotta stay connected with her. I love her. Okay. All right, Silvia, your turn.
How do you maintain work-life balance while pursuing your business goals?
I love this one.
Tell me.
I would say it is really difficult, especially like in the social media space, because there's always an event to go to and you feel like you have to be at every single event, and then on top of those events there are networking events, and then there's trying to make time for your friends and everything. So my personal work-life balance is making sure I have a day a week just to myself. I need to fill up my own cup. I'm intro, extrovert, you know, ambivert. So I definitely need my alone time. I need to go on walks on my own, do workouts for myself, make sure I'm reading things that make sure I'm learning, make sure I'm just pouring into my cup, you know. And if I don't have too much time that week to spend with friends, just making sure that I do make time, even if it's I need to go on a walk. Hey, do you want to go on a walk with me? I need to run some errands. Do you want to run some errands with me? I need to not think about anything. You want to go grab a drink? Something. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Look, Sylvia's giving the tips. I'm definitely going to remember her too. All right. I know you created these cards, but I want you to pick one
I still
too.
have a good time going through them though.
Right.
Okay. What's your strategy for managing business growth? This is a good one because I'm actually scaling this year, so I have grown my team and I'm, pushing them because they're CEOs too. So I make sure as I push myself, I push them. So one of my strategies is just affirmations, making sure that even if I'm going to the next level, my team is going to the next level, and then looking at trends too. Like, okay, so what's popular right now? What's going on in the branding space? So making sure I have my client acquisition strategy, making sure I have my finances in order. Because I think as a business owner, that's the hardest thing, like filing taxes for your business. Not
we all have it.
I'm like, that's my money too. But just making sure that I'm mentally ready too. So like motivational tapes and working out and doing different things, because it really starts in your mindset. Like if you have a positive mind, you could do anything. So really it's just prayer, scaling, and making sure I'm always affirming not just me but my team as well.
Yes, okay,
That's a really good
word. All right, okay, we've got to take a break. I'll answer one of these when we come back. We'll be right back. All right, time for my card. Let's see. Okay, what role does mentorship play in your career? Oh my goodness, it has gotten me where I am from the first time that I decided to be on TV. I had to reach out to our Isaiah Carey at Fox 26 and get the word from him and get some inspiration. Helps keep you going as well. That was such a fun game, Tiara. I appreciate you bringing that. And thank you all for coming. Great networking show. You guys keep up with us on social at Chelsea Show Fox. Network with us there. Meanwhile, we'll see you on the next Chatting with Chelsea. Get out there. Put yourselves out there.